Namaskaram, welcome back to ChaatNChat. My name is Josh.
My name is Miguel.
And we're watching Bommarillu. This is part 3. So if you missed part 1 or part 2, then you can check both of those out by clicking the playlist link that's in the description of this video. And then you can join us back here. And as a reminder, this is brought to you by our executive Patreon producer, Ria. So thank you so much for requesting this. And if you too want to be a producer, you can do so by clicking the link that's in the description of this video to go to our Patreon page, and you can find a whole bunch of membership tiers over there, and you can request something for us to watch next. And if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing, sharing, a like button slap చేయండి.
మూడు ఒకటే కదండి.
ఒకేలా ఉంటాయి సత్య అన్నయ్య, కానీ చేయటం ఎంత కష్టమో తెలుసా?
నమస్కారం అండి. చాలా సంతోషం.
But you don't love her for that. You love her for who she is.
మంజు, నీకు పెళ్లి ఇష్టం లేదా?
అయ్య బాబాయ్ నాకేసలు పెట్టేట్టుంది.
ప్రేమించుకున్నది పెళ్లి చేసుకోవడానికేనా? ఇట్రా. పెళ్లి కూతురికి మేకప్ చేయాలి. వస్తున్నా.
Oh yeah, she enlists the troops.
He's not liking that his ranks are breaking.
నేనేమో విహారయాత్ర అన్నాను, వీడేమో జాగ్రత్త అన్నాడు. ఆయనేమో గంటకు ఫోన్ చేసి నా బంగారంతో మాట్లాడతాను.
He's in his incognito outfit.
ఫ్రీగా ఉండండి మీరు.
అంతేనంటావా? రే, నువ్వు ఆ మాట చెప్పిన తర్వాత నాకు కాస్త హాయిగా ఉందిరా ప్రాణానికి. మన దగ్గర జోకులు గీకులు పడ, అసలే టెన్షన్ లో ఉన్నాను. పైగా అమ్మా హాసిన్ ఎక్కడమ్మా?
ఏమా త్రిష ఎక్కడమ్మా? సత్తి ఓ మంచి
పనోడిలా ఉండు.
They're gonna do on each other.
మీ వాడు పర్వాలేదు, మా వెధవ పెళ్లి చేస్తారా బ్లేడుతో చెయ్యి కోసుకుని చావమంటారా అని బెదిరించాడు.
Oh wow.
నాన్న, నేను ఈ అమ్మాయిని ప్రేమించాను, పెళ్లి చేసుకుంటాను, ఒక్కసారి ఆలోచించండి అని చెప్తే ఆలోచించమా? ఏమండి, మనం ఆలోచించమా చెప్పండి.
Outside world is telling him a message.
And yeah, it puts it into perspective because his son did not go behind his back. You know, he went straight forward to him and said, look, you know, I love this girl, please give her a chance.
నాన్న, ఈ అమ్మాయి నాకు నచ్చింది అంటే ఎందుకు నచ్చిందో అని ఆలోచించే ఫాదర్ ఒక్కడైనా ఉన్నాడా అక్కడ?
Yeah, see, that's...
And he's like, well, at least out of all of those dads, my dad gave her a chance, sort of.
అది వీళ్ళకి నచ్చలేదు, అంతే కదా?
Oh!
Oh my goodness. They gotta do it twice. He's gonna, for the rest of the wedding, try to hit his head.
ప్రేమలో ఇవన్నీ మామూలే, నీ పని కానీ బాబు.
See, he's trying to be like emulate his dad, and that's just, I mean, that's not who he is, and she's not his mom.
There's a lot going on at this temple.
I just love how, like, the dad just keeps seeing people, like, fall for it, and then, you know, gives them the look.
She's gonna do that. He bit him. Bite the hand that feeds you.
Yeah. I mean, this song is pretty much the entire movie.
Exactly. Yeah.
ఆంటీ సూపర్ గా పాడతారు తెలుసా? అమ్మ ప్లీజ్
పాడాలి ప్లీజ్.
Well, I guess if husband allows it. That definitely won some points with mom.
She's cheating. She got card in her hair. Uh-oh.
Oh boy. And I was wondering because her dad works at temples, right?
Right.
So I was like, do you really feel safe? But she thinks her dad gave permission, so I guess she's not worried about running into her dad. Oh. Oh no. The two dads are gonna... Oh, he's got a really good memory. Oh no. Oh, it's gonna come crashing down.
No headbutt.
Yo! She got it in there.
Oh wow, this is all going in all sorts of different directions. Total chaos. He's confused, she's confused.
మళ్ళీ మా నాన్న ఎందుకు తిడతావ్?
చిట్టాలో లేక గుళ్ళోకి తాగొచ్చి నాన్న బస్ చేశాడు.
ఏ?
He was drunk.
He was drunk?
Yeah, I think he was a little
Because he misses
tipsy.
his daughter?
Yeah.
ఒక తాగుబోతు.
ఆ మాత్రానికే చెడ్డవాడివి ఎలా అయిపోతావ్? ఇవన్నీ ఎప్పటికైనా తెలిసేవే కదా.
నువ్వు మాట్లాడకు.
It's true. I mean, you can't hide who you are. Like...
వెదవ పనులన్నీ చేసేసి నేను ఆలోచించాలా? ఏంటి? నేను ఆలోచించాలా?
Yeah, that's toxic, girl. Get out of there while you still can.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, signature.
Seems like all he does is signature.
Sir.
ఎందుకు నవ్వుతున్నావు?
Sir, అప్పుడు సిద్ధు సార్ కూడా ఆఫీస్కి వచ్చినప్పుడు ఇలాగే
Emulating the dad.
అలవాటు కాలేదు నాన్న. అయినా మీరు ఏది చేసినా మా మంచిగా చేస్తారు కదా.
See, I would never like to be in a position where people always have to walk on eggshells around me.
పాతదే ఓకే చెయ్యి.
And that was a statement there, is the old brand.
Jeez, so much drama in like you like wanting what you want to do versus what your family makes you do.
హాస్ని ఒక నిమిషం ఉండు. నాన్న నేను
వీడు నాకు వద్దంక.
There you go. Make it very easy.
కానీ సిద్ధుకి మాత్రం నేను కరెక్ట్ కాదని అనిపిస్తుంది.
No, Siddhu is not fit for you.
ఒకప్పుడు వీలైతే 4 మాటలన్నాడు. ఇప్పుడు అస్సలు మాట్లాడొద్దంటున్నాడు.
Yep. He's changed.
ఇప్పుడు అదే నచ్చట్లేదంటున్నాడు.
Yeah, dude. She's so smart. Like, heck yeah.
ఒంటరిగా ఫీల్ అవుతున్నాను.
I think she's basically saying what everyone there feels.
లైఫ్ లాంగ్ నటించాల్సి వస్తుందేమోనని భయంతో వెళ్ళిపోతున్నాను.
Good for you. Yeah. I wonder if he realizes how much like his dad he started becoming.
Yeah. It was a truth bomb for everybody there. She dropped it big time.
You know, it's got to be hard to stand up and say all that, but it's better to do that than falling into a life that she saw everyone else there. Hopefully his dad realizes too, right? Like seeing his son just so like depressed and heartbroken.
Yeah.
And the assistant at the office even recognized it first.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, your son does the same thing.
హలో.
హలో బావగారు, నేను అమ్మయ్య 3 రోజుల నుంచి ట్రై చేస్తుంటే ఇప్పటికి దొరికారు.
సారీనండి.
Been avoiding him.
నువ్వు కూడా ఏంటే జరగకూడదు ఏదో జరిగిపోయినట్టు. అరే
Everyone's done some self-reflection.
ఈ టైంలో ఏ తండ్రైనా ఒక అమ్మాయి 7 రోజులు ఇంట్లో వచ్చి ఉంటుందంటే ఒప్పుకుంటాడా? ఒప్పుకున్నాను. ఎవరి కోసం? వీడి కోసం.
Yeah, he never gave her a real chance though.
Yeah.
తెలియకుండా నేను పెంచానా?
అవును.
ఏంటి?
తిట్టేస్తాను మిమ్మల్ని. మీకేం తెలుసు? ఇంట్లో ఉన్నట్టే పిల్లలు బయట కూడా ఉంటారనుకుంటున్నారా? ఉండరు. వీడు గుమ్మం దాటితే ఎలా ఉంటాడో మీకు తెలుసా? రాత్రి పూట గోడలు దూకుతాడు, అబద్ధాలు ఆడతాడు, బయట చేస్తాడో తెలుసా?
అమ్మా తాగేసి
తాగుతాడని చెప్తున్నాను కదా, చాలదా?
వదిలే అమ్మా ప్లీజ్.
ఆయన ఎందుకు బతిమలాడు?
అమ్మా ప్లీజ్ అమ్మా, నేనే తప్పు చేశాను. రేపటి నుంచి ఆఫీస్కి వస్తాను, ఆ పెళ్లి చేసుకుంటా.
Oh, that's just forcing him into the...
చాలు నాన్న, చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి మీరు నాకు చేసింది చాలు. నేను కోల్పోయింది చాలు, ఇంకా వద్దు ప్లీజ్.
Forcing into a mold that you project. Everyone is different.
ఏదైనా ప్రాబ్లం ఉంటే నా ఫ్రెండ్స్ ని పిలిచి మాట్లాడతారు, నాతో మాట్లాడండి నాన్న. నా కళ్ళు చూసి చెప్పండి.
That is so next level, talking to his friends instead of him.
నా ఆట కూడా మీరే ఆడిస్తే నేనెందుకు నాన్న ఆడటం?
This is a long time coming. I mean,
Yeah.
this should have been said years ago.
అసలు నేను ఎందుకు అలా ఉన్నానో అమ్మకే అర్థం కాకపోతే.
That's especially painful is when mom stops talking to you.
తను నాకు నచ్చలేదని ఆ రోజు నా లైఫ్ స్పాయిల్ అందని మీరే బాధపడతారు. ఇప్పుడు
You're ruining 2 lives.
ఏదో ఒక రోజు ఏంటో నా లైఫ్ ని తిరిగి చూస్తే నా లైఫ్ మొత్తం మీరే ఉంటారు, అందులో నేను ఉండను.
Odd that all of them moved onto his side.
Did he take his BP medication?
మీరందరూ హ్యాపీగా ఉన్నారని నేను ఆనందపడ్డాను, కానీ మీ ఆనందాన్ని తీసుకుని నేను హ్యాపీగా ఉన్నాను అనుకోలేదురా.
Yeah, everyone.
కానీ నా ఆ ఆనందం కోసం మిమ్మల్ని బాధ పెట్టానని ఎప్పుడు అనుకోలేదురా.
That's his own happiness. You can project your happiness on other people.
పిల్లల్ని సరిగా పట్టించుకొని ఫాదర్స్ కి ఏవైనా చెప్పొచ్చు. మీరు గొప్ప ఫాదర్ నాన్న, ఒక్కొక్క నిమిషం మా గురించి ఆలోచిస్తారు.
Right.
And I said something like that much earlier on. He's like, well, for him, he thinks he's being this like great dad thinking about everyone else. Loosening his grip.
నేనే తెలుస్తాను. ఎవరి కాలు మీద పడైనా ఈ పెళ్లి ఆపుదాం.
Whoa!
నీ లైఫ్ నువ్వు హ్యాపీగా ఉండు.
నాన్న
వెళ్ళరా, నేను చూసుకుంటాను, వెళ్ళు.
Let's go, be free, get the girl.
ఎంగేజ్మెంట్ అయిన ఇన్నాళ్ళకైనా మా ఇంటికి వచ్చావు, చాలా సంతోషం. ఏమే ఎవరు వచ్చారు చూడు, కాఫీ పట్రా.
అలాగేనండి.
Oh, don't make it so formal. This is gonna be awkward.
Oh, he manned up. He manned up. They both manned up to deal with the other.
అంకుల్ ఈ పెళ్లి ఆపేద్దాం అంకుల్.
థ్యాంక్స్.
That's so hard.
నేను చెప్పేది వినండి ప్లీజ్.
ఏం చెప్తావయ్యా? గొంతు కోసా నొప్పిగా ఉంటుంది, బాధపడద్దు అనే. చూడు బాబు, మగాడికి పీటల మీద పెళ్లి ఆగిపోయి,
That was dark.
అదే ఆడపిల్లకి నిశ్చితార్థం అయ్యాక పెళ్లి ఆగిపోతే ఎంత బాధగా ఉంటుందో.
And that's true too.
కానీ నువ్వు మాటకు ముందో నాన్నగారు తర్వాత నాన్నగారు తగిలించి మాట్లాడుతుంటే నువ్వు కూడా నాలాగే పెరిగావని అనిపించింది. ఇప్పుడు కూడా ఓకే చెప్తావా?
అదేం చెప్తుందా ఈ చిన్నపిల్ల? అసలు దానికి ఏం తెలుసని?
Oh, gee.
ఇంకా ఏంటి నాన్న? వద్దు నాన్న, నాకు ఈ పెళ్ళొద్దు.
Oh, maybe.
థ్యాంక్స్ సిద్ధు, ఈ విషయం పెళ్లికి ముందైనా చెప్పినందుకు.
Yeah, after marriage would have been really bad.
ఈ రోజు రోడ్డు మీద నిలబడింది నీకోసం. చూడు.
Whoa! The welcoming party. Snag that net. Oh, even with the hugs with mom.
Idiot.
Yeah. Yeah. Super.
ముక్కలు ముక్కలుగా నరికేద్దామన్నంత కోపం వచ్చింది. కానీ అదే కుటుంబం నా ఇంటి ముందు నా కూతురు కోసం.
బాగానే పెంచాను.
ఏంటి పెంచింది? నీ కొడుకు తాగేసి ఏం మాట్లాడతాడో నీకు తెలుసా?
Don't let that come out.
కన్న తండ్రిని నిన్నే వండబూతులు తిడతాడు.
Mama.
కావాలంటే ఒక 7 రోజులు మీ ఇంటికి పంపిస్తాను. 100 రోజులు చెప్పండి, ఒప్పుకుంటాను.
Oh no, is there a part 2?
మిస్టర్ కనకారావు,
Oh no! And even got in a cast. Oh wow, his dad started drinking the tea like that. His dad takes him back.
What? So what does that mean? Go with him? I go with him?
I guess go, because that's the last frame.
That's funny. Oh, wow.
So that had a really good ending. I love the way it ended.
I really did like this movie. It was cute. It had cuteness. It had a lot of drama to it. The theme of, love makes life beautiful was really, you said it. It was key theme. And, I just, is really interesting, this whole theme of how family dynamics can get entrenched and you don't realize how abusive or constraining they can be to family members. And that can be a few select people in the family. It could be the whole entire family. And in this case, it was really kind of the whole family. All of them were in some way or another really constrained. And she was that breath of fresh air and playfulness and unconventionalism and so forth. So I really, really like that. And, but at the same time, it also shows that, oftentimes we carry on behaviors into our own personal lives and we don't even realize it. And it was really interesting that, he did not see how he was actually becoming his father very, very quickly with her. And that was really sad. And kudos to her to just have that pureness and that simplicity of spirit to be able to kind of just drop that huge truth bomb on everybody. Sure. And I think that's really awesome. So I really liked it.
I love this thing because this is something that crosses so many cultures. It's like not just one country deals with this, but when you have an overbearing relationship, it doesn't necessarily have to be parent and child, but it could be in a romantic relationship. If one person has all these feelings and thinks that what they're projecting is love because that's how they expect to be loved, or that's their idea of caring and showing love, but it's not being perceived in the same way. Right. And yet that they believe that they're doing the right thing and they're walking around and it's not really dawning on them like what's happening, because they're like, I don't know, I'm being who I would am expected to be, right, and who I expect to be around me and giving me those affections back. And so here in this case, it was interesting with the dad and the son is because you could see this as, oh man, a terrible dad, but he wasn't, because he cared so much about his son, right, but he cared so much that he wanted his son to be the best and have all the chances and everything that life has to offer. So he would he would try to give his son everything, all the advice, say how to dress, because that, in his opinion, is the best way. And he thinks that is the key to success and the best thing for him. And so for him, from his perspective, he was like being the best dad. And you can fault him for that. Mostly, I think if there was a fault of the dad, it wasn't that he was overbearing, it's that he would never let his son talk or feel comfortable talking, because you can be overbearing and whatnot, but if you allow the space for your son to talk and have a word for himself, because then it would have been more comfortable for his son to tell him many years ago to say like, hey, actually, I don't like all of this stuff. Can you please let me be the person I want to be? And so I think that's really the only fault that the dad had, is that he would cut his son off and after 1-2 words, and never letting his son talk for himself. So that I think you could fault the dad for, but everything else, the dad is just going with the flow, and he's like, this is how it's been for 24 years, and he hasn't said anything to me.
Right. Well, but I think that he was 24 years, and I think that there's that shift when parents who are usually making a lot of the decisions and giving a lot of guidance to younger children. I think when you start hitting, that puberty age and 12, 13, you're really starting to be more an individual, have a lot more thoughts for yourself and so forth, that there's a shift that parents have to make with their kids to start listening more to what they're saying and taking their input into the parental decisions that they're having to make, and slowly but surely starting to ease off on always making all the decisions for them, down to, hey, when you've got little kids, you often don't give them what are we going to eat? You don't tell them that. You just say, we're having chicken or we're having pizza or whatever. And then slowly but surely you start with those conversations of, well, what would you like to have tonight? And
maybe my parents didn't care. Like, my whole life growing up, my parents never asked me what I want to eat. And they're like, you either eat what we're cooking or you go fend for yourself.
Yes.
Like, there was no choice in my household.
But in general, people, kids start to get that age where they start to make decisions about their own decisions about what they wear, what they want to, what they like more when it comes to food and colors and, things to do. And, you see this a lot with parents whose kids show a certain aptitude for sports or music or something like that, and suddenly the parent starts pushing them really, really hard, and the parent thinks that I'm doing this because I love them, I'm making all the sacrifices for them, and then suddenly you find out the kid is really burned out on doing karate or soccer or whatever, and just has a difficult time telling mom or dad, I don't like doing that anymore. That's not my thing. I want to do this over here.
And that like the difficult thing is telling your parents something that they are so excited about and that they're pushing for, and to disappoint. And I think that's a really big thing here too, is that he cared so much for his dad, he didn't want to disappoint his dad. Right? So he wanted to try to go along and be like, okay, you know what, maybe my dad does know what's best for me, so I will wear these shirts, I will get this haircut, I will go to the office. But then he starts realizing he goes to the office and still his dad doesn't actually have him do the work, that he has the work done for him. And so he's just kind of like the showpiece, and his dad's just kind of like still there doing all the work and controlling everything. So it's like this helicopter, we call it helicopter parenting, right? And that was like that's like drone parenting, right over there. And it's...
Well, and it really strips you of your individuality.
Sure.
It really, really does.
Because it's like he became his dad. It stripped him of everything that he was, because now he was like, oh, if you're going to impress my dad and you're going to live in this household, you need to act this way. And without really realizing it, he started emulating his dad in a way that it was really scary, and it's not who he was.
Right.
And so his dad realizing that too, it started being like, oh man, you're right. Oh my gosh, how did I not see this earlier? So I think it was a great story also of just how people can be woken up from wherever they're at and be challenged a little bit in their life. And you saw it on all different levels. His siblings, and she was in there kind of, and they're all kind of like, whoa, and it was finally someone stand up to this guy.
Well, and just allowing them to say, she was kind of saying, I see you, I get you, and and suddenly they're like going, I can be real with someone for a change, and I don't have to do this whole, kind of very stilted person and so forth. And
quiet.
And mom and all of them, started seeing that,
and having a voice. They all started speaking up in a way.
That is exactly what it was, having a voice. Okay, which I think was really, really important.
So how much are you going to rate it?
So I am going to give this a 9.5.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
okay.
This was really good. I liked this a lot.
Great.
Yeah, so.
I'm going to give it an 8 because I thought that maybe the first half wasn't as succinct of the theme. Because in the very beginning, they had that monologue where it was like a dad talking about the son, that you're trying to like guide them and do what's right for them and that sort of stuff. And it did start off strong in that theme, but then as soon as he met the girl, it kind of went off in a different direction, and then we sort of lost that theme for a little bit. But then after the second half, like once the dad, like during intermission, like saw, and it was like squaring off, the second half was like, whoa, that was so much fun. I had a lot of fun in the second half. And the first half was fun too, but I think it was like making me feel like it was going in a different direction. And then after the intermission, it got back onto that direction with like talking about parenting and overbearing parents and, you know, like fathers thinking that they're doing what there's best for the son, but still like controlling everything. And so I liked that theme. And from the beginning, that's the theme I expected. But then once it went out of that and we spent like almost an hour without like parents being involved much at all, and it was like, but I get it, like establishing their love relationship and all that sort of stuff, but I don't know if you need to do like an hour of that, who knows. But I'm you know, for me, I was just kind of like, where is this going? Like, what's the point?
Where's this quirky love story going?
Yeah, and I'm like, I thought this was going to be about like parents or something, but then intermission and then onward, it really nailed it home. So I don't know, maybe it could have been like edited in a different way. Did it need to be near 3 hours? Maybe not. Maybe cut down on the love story, because there are different ways that you could show that they had this like relationship, this love relationship built.
And
like,
a very
shorter,
and a very different kind of one, because they came from two very disparate places.
I loved that. I love the two kind of classes almost, like, because she didn't come from as wealthy of family as he did, and then for her, like, this openness, and you know, there were just two very different family dynamics. So seeing her have to move in, you know, with his family, it was almost that sort of thing that we saw later on. I know this movie is well before it. This is in 2006, but Rocky Aur Rani Ki Prem Kahani, right?
Exactly.
And so in that movie, that's also something that I really liked. And I'm not saying like they're similar in that, they're only similar in the way that like someone had to move into a new family house and deal with a completely different family. And I love that theme, and I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that part of the movie. So from the intermission onward, I just thought it was a stellar movie. But the only thing that was kind of bumping me was like towards the beginning, like half their love story. I was just like, okay, I'm here. Let's do it. You know, sure. Like a quirky sort of, you know, like love story. Let's go. But anyway, so that's what it is. But let us know in the comments, what did you think? How did you like it? And
thank you to our executive producer,
Ria. Thank you so much for requesting this. And it was a really good one. And we saw some pretty awesome acting too. I mean, the comedy with the what's it, Seti, and then the teacher's name. The
audio effects were quite interesting.
So much fun. The comedy, like those were some of my favorite moments.
There was some
like
very...
that. And especially how they interacted with each other at the wedding was just like ridiculously fun. I loved it. It was awesome. So thank you so much. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing, sharing, a like button, slap chayandi.